The Federal Reserve held rates steady on Wednesday, but the central bank continues to project 0.25% rate cuts in both 2026 and 2027 as they seek to optimize policy to deal with upside price risks from energy set against the job market that has cooled and faces more headwind.
My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. The U.S. economy has been expanding at a solid pace. While job gains have remained low, the unemployment rate has been little changed in recent months, and inflation remains somewhat elevated.
There is nothing particularly surprising from the Federal Reserve outcome, and no change decision with only Stephen Moran dissenting by voting for a cut. Everyone else wanted stable rates, but the Fed continues to think a rate cut this year is more likely than not. For now, the Fed appears prepared to look through a near-term energy price shock. Policymakers believe that this won't become a broader, more persistent inflationary problem that needs action. The Fed revised up GDP growth a touch. Officials raised their outlook for inflation in 2026 to 2.7% from 2.4%. Notably, they saw the core measure, which excludes volatile food and energy categories, also rising to 2.7%. The accompanying statement acknowledged that uncertainty about the economic outlook remains elevated. The implications of development in West Asia for the U.S. economy are uncertain. Fed Chair Jerome Powell also heavily emphasized the problems with making projections in the current challenging situation, but he believes economic activity remains solid.
Beginning of this, and we don't know how big we just don't know how big this will be and how long it lasts. It may or may not be something that really makes a big imprint on the U.S. economy. We're just going to have to wait and see.
Powell surprised Fed watchers by making some definitive statements about his near-term future at the central bank. He told reporters he had, quote, no intention of resigning as a member of the Fed's Board of Governors until an investigation by the Department of Justice into a Fed building renovation project is, quote, well and truly over. The Fed chair said that if his successor is not confirmed before his term ends in May, he would serve as the temporary chair.